What's up, CVMK family? Look, I usually don't do content with me on it. I'm concerned about your sexual health. Men, I'm speaking to you specifically. Man of God, as anointed as you are, you need help. So I'm making this video for you because I want to help you. I want you to be blessed. Look, when it comes to your body, especially as you age, you just got to be honest. When I was in my 20s, I could go all day. I could kill. And in my 30s, getting closer to 40, need help, right? And just because, you know, you might have the Holy Ghost and you tread on scorpions and you call down fire, you might not be killing the bedroom. You might be a prophet, but you might be weak in the batting cage, right? So I take every morning 3 of these because it's like loading my gun, right? So literally, everybody asks me, Samson, what does it feel like when you're on Samson, T? It feels literally like loading a gun. It's like you can almost hear it internally. You get a burning, like an internal drive here. And it's just, once it hits the system, it's almost euphoric, right? And you can almost hear yourself go. Helps you prime and prep, but it's what you put into your body, right? So just got done hitting chest, workout footage is below. And I have my go-tos. That's how I make my smoothie. Oatmeal, of course, because I'm an oatmeal team. You can, measure it out, do little packages because I'm lazy. Banana, because what is a workout without a banana? All right. 1 scoop, SuperThick creatine, because I want to recover, I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want my muscles, glycogen stores to be rebuilt. Look, creatine will not get you fat. People say, I don't want to look bulky. Unless you're on, you don't train that hard, you're not on hard anabolics, you're not going to look like Mr. Olympia. This is help you look nice, and your wife appreciates you, right? You don't want to look bogus. So I do a scoop, before I work out, and the scoop after. That places me at about 10 grams a day. Sometimes it's 15. So 1 scoop of this, SuperThick, and then, I'm a sucker for vanilla protein. This is our whey version, VWhey. I want y'all to get it, y'all. www.cvmkglobal.store. 2 scoops of this, probably is at 300. Coconut milk, I lose almond or coconut, never dairy for me. That's how you do it, but I want to go there, man. Your biological processes matter. Unfortunately, if you don't take care of yourself, it doesn't matter how well you can preach. Your pipe game is weak, right? So let's talk about the pipe game for a little bit. There's a lot of things that affect you in the bedroom. I know, particularly in the church, you get to 30, 40, they want to put you over the youth department, but the reality is you're an old head by then, right? So if you're over 30, you're an old head, accept it. But you can do things to help you perform better, look better, have less body fat. You got to be honest with yourself. Do you have high blood pressure? Do you have high cholesterol? Do you have diabetes? Are you obese? If any of these things are true, it affects your sexual performance. You don't want to be a bad lady. I don't care how much she loves you, how much she speaks in tongues. Don't know why you want a bad lover. You need to handle your bedroom. If you can preach, if you can pray, you can work out, and you can slay. Tell your neighbor, if you can preach, and you can pray, you can slay. And I think you can do all 3 things well. But you got to understand, these are the things that affect your erectile dysfunction, because this is how the body processes erection, right? So man, you got a penis, right? God gave you one. Your penis is affected by its erectile abilities. Erectile abilities has 5 real functions that actually affect it. Outside of genetics, you have your stimuli, which is more psychological, right? Whatever the brain conceives as what turns it on. That sends messengers or a signaling messenger hormone called testosterone. Allows the brain to release it from the pituitary gland, from the hypothalamus gland. You get this testosterone, what we call fight or flight. You get these hormones. The less testosterone you're producing, the weaker the signal is, right? It's like Wi-Fi, when you're young, you got great Wi-Fi. You get older, it ain't so great, right? So you want a great Wi-Fi signal. As you age, you decrease after the age of 25, 2% on average annually of Wi-Fi. So whatever your age is, if you're 50, that means you're at a 75% at your best. That's a C. You don't want to be a C lover, right? So, you got to work on the Wi-Fi. And then there's nerves and muscles. You're not exercising, you get nerve damage, you have all these things. All these things are going to affect your pipe performance. You want your pipes real, man. You want to grow. You want real gains. You don't want bad gains. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a bishop, but you can't be a bishop. You know what I'm saying? So do yourself a service, get your pipe game right. And then the blood, obviously that's where your pre-workout comes in, lowers the blood pressure, allows the flow to happen naturally. But you want to look your best, you want to feel your best, and that's why you do it. It's not what necessarily you always, put. Jesus said it's not what goes in the body that defiles it, but what comes out, right? So we got to focus on your internal mechanisms, because I want you healed, right? Yeah, you might be anointed, you might be a good dad, but you got to ask your wife, babe, when's the last time I killed it? And if she's not giving you an honest answer, if she's beating around the bush, or if she's giving you aspirin and liniment oil, that's your answer right there. Look, y'all stay connected. CVMK Global. I'm going to always give y'all the truth, and I hope you enjoyed this.